Years ago, my family got hit with what we felt like was the perfect opportunity. We packed up everything, moved more than 3,000 kilometers to a brand new city, new country, and a new career. You know that feeling when you're walking into something completely new, full of hope and excitement? Well, we had all those feels. But 2 months in, all that excitement turned into straight up panic. Our finances just weren't working. And it wasn't like we were being reckless. We weren't splurging, we just couldn't make ends meet. So I scheduled a meeting with a financial counselor at our new church, and we sat down, crunched the numbers, and went through every line of our budget. And then the counselor said something I wasn't ready for. He said, "Here's the deal. You didn't make any major mistakes. It's just that you took a salary that doesn't match up with your cost of living here. But there is one thing we can tweak. Let's talk about your giving." And then he went on to suggest that we pause our giving to the church. It'll help, he said. And it made sense at the time, so we cut it out. Completely. Zero. And it was the worst decision we ever made. For the next year, nothing got better. And it wasn't just our finances. Everything was an uphill battle. We were stuck, tired, defeated. I remember pouring out my frustrations to a close friend one day, laying it all out on the table. Deep into the conversation, he asked me how we were doing with our generosity. So I told him about the volunteer work that we were doing and how my wife, Nicole, and I were serving around the church. And then he hit me with the question, "Yeah, but how's your giving?" And I told him straight up, we stopped. I'll never forget the look on his face. He said, "Well, that was stupid." See, he reminded me of something that I had forgotten in the chaos. See, it's not about how much you give. It's about the act of giving. See, generosity shifts our focus. It's not about a magic number or even some kind of financial formula. It's about a mindset of generosity. See, being generous opens doors for God to move in ways you can't even begin to see. Now listen, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that if you give, you're going to get some kind of financial jackpot. That's not how it works. But I can tell you this, that every time we made generosity a priority, something shifted. We became more aware of the needs around us. Our kids saw faith, not fear. We modeled stability, not scarcity. And here's what happened. As we became more generous, generosity found us. Groceries showed up, dinners were paid for, concert tickets, sporting events. We were even gifted a pop-up trailer for family camping trips. But that wasn't the real miracle. The real transformation happened in us. See, we didn't depend on finance for security anymore. We depended on God. We lived our lives surrendered, not to fear, but to freedom. So let me ask you, Where are you stuck? What are you holding on to that's keeping you from living in freedom? See, generosity isn't about money. It's about trust. And when you trust God with the little that you have, He shows up in ways you could never imagine.